Yes, good evening. Thank you for agreeing to a meeting before your procedure. I know it's unpleasant, but I suspect it may be easier to discuss how you feel with the issue present. So, you've made mention of culture shock. That's to be expected, of course, a Lunaite entering into a largely human population. I know we like to joke about it, but humans being largely diurnal must have been a bit tough. Oh, something akin to jet lag then. Oh, my apologies. If I had known, I wouldn't have said an evening time. Are you sure there won't be any physiological impacts? I'm no zoologist, but UV exposure is known to strongly impact behavior in humans. Ah, I hadn't considered that. I guess that's why so many moths have that dried grass coloration. Oh, goodness, sorry, that wasn't it. Apologies. I know I say this a lot, but these sessions are a learning experience for me just as much as they may be for you. Sorry, it would be much simpler if I'd just ask you, are there particular aspects of human culture you are struggling with? Wait, that's a very specific... No, I understand the sexual dimorphism aspect. Biologically male moths have feathery antennae, while biologically female moths have more austere antennae. Correct? I'm sorry. This is unorthodox, but do you mind if I just look that up? No, I believe you, but I think seeing it in person will put me in the best place to understand the scale of it. You know, there's probably a small communications paper in this. I would have lived my entire life not thinking twice about it. No, you're right. Not one example of a female Lunaite with the correct antennae. I mean, I understand why that happens from the human side of the conundrum. Feathers in modern fashion are often associated with femininity. I mean, for Western cultures anyway. Oh yes, Polynesian, Native American, and many African cultures often associate feathers with masculinity and authority. It probably doesn't translate well, as humans don't naturally produce feathers, but the shape and the relation to gendering of objects is the crux of the issue here, yes? Oh, apologies. Yes, I can see how that might trigger a dysphoric response. It's a cultural issue, to be sure. I think the problem with that approach is communicating with people in an online forum. I simply wouldn't recommend it. The internet is a wonderful tool, to be sure, but as a therapist, I can safely tell you, any situation that involves speaking to strangers on the internet is going to be detrimental for mental health. I mean, the optimist response is education. But let me ask you something. Do you think there might be a reason why you find yourself looking at these images, knowing that they trigger dysphoria? Well, what if I throw some ideas out there? None of them are specific to you, of course, but you could let me know if any feel like they describe how you feel. Well, what if seeing these images triggers an ingrained need to educate? Perhaps seeing these images trigger a desire to be recognized as one's true self. Okay, well, let's say looking at these images might trigger a sense of injustice. Perhaps the idea that what is ostensibly a trans Lunaite is readily acknowledged as a woman. No, please, continue that thought. Well, tell me, did that help? Well, what if we recontextualize it? You have your pectinectomy. No, that word. Never mind. You're getting those pectines trimmed tomorrow, and your affirming voice therapy has been rather successful, I might add. I'm suggesting that you'll embody the very image of Moth femininity. Just by being you, you'll be educating others on the correct dimorphism of Moth antennae, right? Naturally. I did inquire with my colleagues about that. It is true that hormone blocking could delay or even prevent the molting process, but the physical harm it would cause your body would make it unethical to trial. It would almost certainly result in loss of flight after a year and quickly resulting complications and structural failure following that. I'm truly sorry. It's really unfortunate that hormone regulation is so closely tied to molting. I do have some good news, however. There was movement on repealing the non-essential status of your antennal comb surgical removal. Yes, the good doctor put forward a rather lengthy report regarding the chemophysical discomfort you experience while pectinated. It can be hard to quantify the mental trauma associated with dysphoria, but his conclusions on the physical discomfort were beyond reproach. They've reclassified the treatment as essential, and DHR has agreed to cover the costs. I thought that might make your day. Oh? I can talk to the doc about that if you like. Are you thinking some kind of perfume, perhaps? Well, there will be some ethical considerations. I don't want to pry into culturally sensitive topics, of course. Well, female moth pheromones are supposedly quite potent from the male moth's perspective. How does Lunaite society mitigate the pheromone season? Of course, just let me know what you are comfortable with me sharing with the doc. Therapist's honor. It stays in this room if you so decree it. Oh, sort of like a reverse deodorant? I assume it's not harmful for the antennae to use a receptor blocker. Oh, goodness. That's our allotted time. Well, when you're having fun and all that. I mean, I haven't got anywhere to specifically be if you'd like to discuss anything further. Excellent. Then shall I pencil you in for next month? Marvelous. Stay safe. She didn't mention it. I assume this unscented antiperspirant is working well. I really can't imagine what it's like being that chemically sensitive. I need caffeine. I'd love for us to meet aliens just so we can see what they'd get wrong about human biology. As though humans don't get human biology wrong enough.